Okay, this is part 2 of problem number 32. And again, I wrote the formula that we just derived, actually getting the K. That was the hard part, a lot of work. And remember, T minus T sub S is the amount, or that we're above the room temperature. That's the difference between the temperature we're at and the room temperature at any given time. So letter A, how far above the room temperature will the silver be 15 minutes from now? So our time is just going to be 15. So we're looking for T minus T sub S. That's the difference. Okay, or that's how the difference between the silver and the room temperature. So that's what we're looking for. So we just have to solve for that. So we don't need to find both these things. This is just one entity that we're looking for, and that equals the initial temperature, T sub 0 minus T sub S. And what was that T sub 0 minus T sub S? That was actually what? 60. And then times E to the negative 0.05 times the natural log of 7 over 6. And then my time is what? 15 minutes. And if you work that out in your calculator, just put it right in your calculator, no problem. This will end up being equal to 53.45 degrees centigrade. And that's the degrees above the room temperature. That's what we got there. Okay. Letter B. How far above the room temperature will the silver be 2 hours from now? So that's easy. So again, we're looking for this T minus TS. And that's going to be equal to, and again, this T sub 0 minus T sub S is relatively constant. It's set up for the problem, so that's 60. That's going to be E to the negative 0.05 natural log of 7 over 6. And 2 hours would be 120 minutes because this is in minutes. Because our initial negative 20 was in minutes. And if you work this out, you end up with 23.79 degrees centigrade. So you just have to put this in your calculator. That's not too bad. 60 times E, and then put this in your caret. And don't forget your negative. That'll work out. Okay, and letter C. When will the silver be 10 degrees above the room temperature? All right, so now what that means is this temperature of the silver minus the temperature of the room will be just 10 degrees, so I just could put 10 in there for that, and that's going to be equal to 60. E to this negative 0.05 natural log of 7 over 6 T, and now we're going to be looking for the T, so we're going to have to do a little bit more work on this one. So I'll divide both sides by 60, so 10 over 60, which is 1 over 6, equals E to the negative 0.05 natural log of 7 over 6 T. And then I'll just take the natural log of both sides, so I've got the natural log 1 over 6 equals to this whole garbage here minus 0.05 natural log of 7 over 6t. Then I can bring that in front, so I've got the natural log of 1 over 6 equals negative 0.05 natural log of 7 over 6 t times the natural log of E, which is just 1. And then I just divide by all this to get t. So I have the natural log of 1 over 6 all divided by negative 0.05, natural log of 7/6, and that equals t. And then when you work all that out in your calculator, even with the minus sign, make sure you don't forget the minus sign, because this is going to make this denominator negative, and we know that since that's less than 1, that'd be negative, so I'll end up with a positive. We end up with 232.47 minutes, or about 3.9 hours. Okay? So I got that, get that down there for you. So that's a hunk of a problem there. Hope that makes sense. If you have any questions, email me and I can put something else up for you.